Oh no, Nats is offline. What's that?
Yeah, I've got a live network error.
Yeah, that's what I've got. How weird. Oh, I can see us. Hi, everyone!
Hi.
Yes, I don't know how much all you lovely people heard about. All the links are in chat, whether Scrap was in there again, whatever, it's all good. But first of all, we will hop around and say hello to all these lovely faces. We'll start with Ash, or Phoenix of 89.
Hello, everyone. I am Ash, and I am playing... Oh gosh, today's been too long. I am playing Emmet, the Warforged Barbarian, today. And let's see, last week, we did not split the party. And most of us are still not in the Dreaming Dark, being confronted by a giant Warforged god. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
It's all good. It's all good. Then we're going to hop around to the very lovely Geek Tea Party and Kim. Hello, Kim.
Hello. I'm Kim, and I am playing River, Wild Hunt Shifter Ranger. And right now I'm holding an orb. That's what I'm doing.
You are. Hold on to that orb.
I'm standing behind Vesh and Emmet holding an orb.
And then we're going to hop over to our very lovely tool school. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing? I am excited about today. We're going to see what happens because, yeah, I'm kind of like, a giant soul sorcerer and a cleric. And in the Dreaming Dark, casting spells can be, capital B, bad. And there's a giant Warforged here in front of us named the Lord of Blades. I'm sure he's just here to give us a shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Yeah. I'm Vesh. We'll see what happens. I'm not worried at all.
You're fine. This is fine. This is fine. And last but certainly not least, that's Salty Ginger, or Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm that Salty Ginger over on Twitter, she, her pronouns. And I play Tart, the changeling bard / rogue / fighter. Everybody.
The guns, that's the reason you're...
Yes, that's the only reason. I know what I'm about. And I am not in the Dreaming Dark. No. I am in Sharn with 2 NPCs and Blue. So, just... everything's fine. I'm going to go shoot the Traveler. No big deal.
The god who walks on the earth. Yes. I feel Tartwood. But yes, last week for the finale this week, they split the party. There's half of them in the Dreaming Dark. There's half of them now in Sharn. On one side in the Dreaming Dark, we have the Lord of Blades, a giant Warforged who nothing stops its path, basically. And on the other side, we have Tart with Blue and Tyron and all this shenanigans going on. As she arrived in the tavern, Warforged stopped, saw her, and everything began to just plummet downwards from there. As before Blue had a brief urge to stay and fight these Warforged, Tart managed to convince him to run with her and Tyron underneath the cellars of this tavern. And that, we're actually going to hop back to the Dreaming Dark first. Vesh, Emmet, you stand there with River just behind you, and this orb is humming to you. Vesh, you now stand side by side almost with your giant, and you see this huge hulking head of this giant Warforged, these angular features, this as it's roaring, and you feel as you're holding up these shields the pulse as it's trying to hit and break through them. What would you like to do, everyone?
We've got Ogola. We can
Yeah,
run now. And maybe leave it here?
I think that's the idea. But we need the shields to open the door. And as soon as I put the shields down, because we closed the door.
Mm-hmm. And you feel that jarring in your arms as it hits each time.
I look to Ogora and go, is there any other way to open the doors? Open the door, or do we have to have the shields?
In your head, you just hear, there is no other way. But I can see how long I can hold him.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I
Oh,
can run at the last second, but you need to keep those doors open. And River, could you please make me a perception check? As you're not wholly focused on this Warforged. 24.
nice.
On a 24, you look at this Warforged, this huge, like, insane sort of piece of machinery, and you see past it. You see gathering behind this mass of metal, these dark shadows. They've seen you walk towards the door. They've seen you have the 2 keys. And they're filing in. This Warforged blocks their path at the moment. But it's not like they're looking aggressive. It's almost like they're looking as in they've just realized this Warforged is drawing the attention to you. All of you specifically, as you stand by the doors.
This might be a bad idea, but it's the only idea I have. Does anyone else? Ogora. We'll get the door open. We'll get you through. I try to time it. So, like, you know, if he's sort of like thumping on, then like, you know, sort of doing this, I kind of try to time it that just after he hits, that I then drop to throw a shield. Actually, not throw a shield, hand a shield carefully to Emmet. Oh God, we're gonna have to do the damn check. But
Yep.
I guess we have River, so it's key on either side of the door, River in the middle with the orb, Ogora, sort of diamond. We kind of got diamond shape going on here on this bridge. So I try to time it to, I mean, do I need to do anything to see if I get my
roll if you're timing it? If you're timing it to end.
I want to try to time it.
As these 2 huge fists come crashing
Can
down.
it be insight into timing the next attack, insight to his motives?
Yes, you can. If you roll me an insight, please.
Come on, Vesh. Ugh.
You can see very much from the rhythm so far, as you've been holding up the shields, he just seems to be trying to use brute force. There doesn't seem to be any real technique here. It's literally these huge bladed arms are coming up and slamming down on these shields.
So I'll just do my best that after he does a hit to drop the shield, well, hand a shield to Emmet, and then we turn and run, leaving Ogora there. But as I pass by, because Vesh just can't leave his giant, and I sure hope Vesh is going to risk it. He's going to cast Sanctuary on Ogora.
Okay.
Touches him on, you know, I guess as they walk by, probably almost like the upper thigh, however tall I am on him. I know he's huge. And just, we'll get the door open. We'll hold it. Wrong person. We'll get the we'll get the door open. He won't be able to attack you. unless the spell breaks.
Just go. And he's just yelling at you again. Not with you can't.
Yeah.
And River, you can't hear any of this. But thank you so much, Mirrors. Everyone gets a reroll.
Thank you.
And as this happens, you feel that force leave you as you pass by and cast.
Just first level sanctuary.
Yeah, no, that you see these huge fists get ready to come back up again. As you walk over to the door, River, what are you doing? Oh, you're muted.
I'm muting myself. Did Vesh start running?
Vesh
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as you met, I think.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna run as well. I'm gonna assume that he heard something in his head, and I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah. And you can feel that orb just like tingling in your fingertips. And you saw Tart activate it before. It just took, as a magic user, to channel energy through it. I need you to make this sleight of hand check, Emet and Vesh. As you turn and you fix these shields into the door.
She's in a different plane of existence.
I'm in a different plane of existence.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, River's not 100% sure what the orb is for. Like, she knows that Tart activated it, but she doesn't know what for.
When we entered, I believe what it did was kept things from getting out.
Yeah, it's basically like...
It's almost like a stun.
Go ahead, Emet. You can roll first.
Yeah, you do it, Ash. This is very good. It's pretty. It's
13, because it was all about, was matching, right?
Yeah, we gotta do the same.
Well, I've got 11 and 13, and you've got 2 12s. That counts, right? It's 24. They all add together to 24.
That's how math works.
Okay, I'm not that
Obviously
bad.
how magic giant doors work, right?
To pass this roll, you need a 13. So you fumble, Emet, and these two huge bladed fists come down, and you see Ulgora reach up and just grab both of these wrists, and you can see the pressure weighing on him as his legs start to bend as he tries to hold this huge Warforged back. Would you like to roll again?
Yes. No. I'll use one of my rerolls.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Wait, do I have to reroll again as well? Oh no. Come on, Vesh, my boy. Oh. So I'm gonna use a reroll. I'll use my reroll I just got. Come on, Vesh. Come on, Vesh. Calm. Calm.
It's a 0, and it's not a nat 1.
Yeah, it's a 0 and not a nat 1. Come on, Vesh. Come on, Vesh. Come on, Vesh.
You hear that crunching as this huge Warforged is pushing Ulgora back through the room, and he is yelling.
No.
Back at you. As you see him fall to his first knee down, trying to keep this, what he sort of locked in fists with this Warforged.
This was secondary plan. Oh, what would this do? What horrible things will Alice do with this?
You can still reroll.
I'm out of rerolls.
No, I mean you can roll.
Oh
one.
no!
My
other plan. And I think Vesh would do it because Vesh is stupid and young. What could happen? What could go wrong?
Nothing. Absolutely fine.
He turns around and casts enlarge on Ulgora to make it so he's the same size as the big giant.
As you do this, you see Ulgora start to grow. Still from his kneeling position, he grows larger and larger. And you see, actually, he almost now, his hands almost engulf this Warforge's hands as he stands back up. He's no match strength-wise, but he pushes it back to where it was. One more reroll to Vesh and Met.
Okay.
Could you please roll again if you try the shield, please?
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I'll reroll that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. I'm doing my Maverick impression here. I'm doing my Maverick impression. See the 13, see the 15, see the 15 on the die. You gotta have a 15 on the die. There's 25% chance, 25% chance. Come on. Do the math, do the math, do the math, do the math. Oh. And I gotta do the reroll. I gotta try. Natural 20! Natural 20!
You got a nat 20. It's almost as you
Thank you, Mirror. That's your nat 20, buddy.
as you see Ulgoro grow and grow, you feel almost like you get this inspiration seeing this giant grow and start to push this back. You see this flood of darkness gathering behind. As Emet and Vesh, you lock into the door, and at exactly the same time, it all turns and clinks, and all the locks start to unfold around this gap, and the door starts to open. River, would you like to activate the orb?
Yes.
You can do that easily. How? Describe it for me. Describe the scene.
So I'm like, oh, what did Tart do? What did Tart do? Okay, so to muster all my magic and push it through the orb. So I'm gonna close my eyes and concentrate really hard and try to push all my magic through the orb.
So Emet and Vesh, as you turn and you see these doors open, you see River completely focused, and it's almost like there's a gush of wind that erupts, not from the door, but from the orb and River itself. And it's almost like that darkness is blown backwards. And the door is open.
Well, because we got to grab the shields for the way out. So I call out to Ulgoro in my mind, door's open, run! River. I guess, yeah, River, after Ulgoro. Then we grab the shields and we run through before it slams shut. We do the Indy Jones roll under the door as it's closing.
Ulgoro does. He pushes back on this huge Warforged and rushes through, almost pushing all three of you through at the same time, reaching for the doors on the other side and slamming them shut. You're in a very dark space. You can still see this door, but it's almost like it's looming in nothingness. And you hear that roar. You haven't locked the door yet, so it starts. You feel those fists from this giant Warforged on the other side of the door, and you feel the vibrations. You hear what sounds like the cheers of an army the other side.
Oh God, we've got to do it again.
You've got to lock it.
We've got this.
Or not.
Ulgoro is also holding his hands against this door.
Yeah. So at least we're not, no one's going to die. We've just got to do it.
Before it breaks through.
Yeah, before it breaks through. River, you no longer need to use the orb, so you can also have a go at this if you wish to.
Oh yeah, to assist one of us?
As long as it's it needs two of you to do it, but River can be one of those people.
Okay, so as long as we get 2 out of 3, we're good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Do I need to roll sleight of hand?
Sleight of
as well?
hand.
Yeah, so roll a sleight of hand, please, River.
And the match, Vesh steps back, lets River take the shield and do it, knowing he's clumsy.
In the panic,
River, I need your help. River.
Okay. Anything you need here? What do you need me to do?
Turn the shield at the same time as Emmett.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, like passes the orb over and just click. Moves it, shifts it, and then it's like the ground just falls away beneath your feet. So you look up and you see the door disappearing, staying where it was. And for a moment there's complete darkness, almost like you're blind, and a crash. And you're on a wooden floor of a tavern in Sharn.
Emmett starts laughing, like really like that you almost died but you made it kind of style laughing.
Manic.
Yeah, a wee bit.
And
Vash is just sort of looking just like in terror, and then realizing that I don't think I've ever heard Emmett laugh.
Yeah.
What? Are you hurt? Are you crying?
You got your giant back, and it just like slapped really hard on the back, and
he sort of, peers with his mind, not expecting Ugora to be here in physical form. I don't know what kind of form he'd be in, just the fact that he's not trapped in the Demon Dart, and just sort of send that message into, are you okay?
you hear more laughing. Almost like Emmett's. You've brought Ugora back to the other side with you. But
River! I give River the biggest hug. Thank you, River. Thank you, River. I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it work in the right. What did I do? I couldn't make it work.
As
No problem.
this panic, almost like happy sort of like hug is happening and this laughing, you look up and this is the tavern you found Blue. This is the tavern you found Blue in originally. And he said he worked here before. But you've noticed the chairs are upturned, the tables are upside down, the glasses are smashed, and a whole room of Warforged have turned to look at you. And we're going to hop over to Tart.
Okay.
Thanks, Tart. What are you leaving your sloppy seconds for us?
Always.
Tart, you're running down this, like this tunnel.
Uh-huh.
It's a well-formed tunnel. This is obviously used a lot. This looks like maybe it starts off as the wine cellar. You hear Tyron close behind you running, and that clunkiness of Blue also following behind you. And you can smell that salty sea air, so you know you're getting closer and closer to the docks. Everything in here is lit. And I need you to make a perception check for me.
Oh boy. Natural 20, which that makes it a 31. I love bars.
Holy crap.
I love bars.
So, wow. Yeah, you are running down this tunnel. You see everything. You are on full alert. You are tearing down this place, and you look at all the walls of this tunnel, and all on the ground. You see some of the barrels that would have had the wine in, but you also see these like crates and other barrels that are slightly smaller. Some are bigger. They don't seem they would have contained any food or anything like this. And there's things glowing on top of them.
On top of the crates?
Onto them. Fixed into them.
Okay, what do they look like?
You're a bard. You're an assassin. You've seen bombs before.
Oh, cool! There are bombs below the city?
They flood this tunnel you are in. They are everywhere. You realize the another reason you see so well, this is lighting your way.
Does this look like, the Valkyrie don't use bombs, I don't think.
No.
Does this look like my house's handiwork?
This is definitely not your house's handiwork. If anything, it looks sloppy compared to your house's handiwork. As much as it's very effective, if it goes off, this looks more mechanical.
Huh. If we keep moving, can I find like a source? Are they all connected together, or are they each separate?
They are all separate, but you can imagine that most of these things are connected by some other trigger or something else.
I've got to find that, but I do not know how, so I'm going to keep moving, because I assume the place I would put it would be out by the sea, where I would not be under something when it exploded.
And you can keep running.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Tyron looking around, suddenly slightly panicked, realizing exactly what they are. And Blue is ignoring them completely. He was told to look after you, so he is running after you. And you can run for, it takes only about 10 minutes before you can feel that rush of sea air, and you're back down by the docks.
Okay.
And you can see, just lining the walls of the edge of this tunnel you've just come out, some more of these bombs.
Is anybody else out here?
Someone from behind grabs your arm. What would you like to do?
Who is it?
You turn around and you hear, "What are you doing down here?" And Tarlin stands.
Oh no!
Arm. Don't touch those.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Tarlin. Oh no. No. Okay, I'm going to... Aww. Okay, I am going to look at Blue. And then look back at the Tarlin. And because I remember this worked with the Warforged in like the first time they showed up at Sharn, I'm going to cast Suggestion on him and tell him to go for a long walk.
Okay.
So it's a Wisdom save, DC 17.
You see almost like the body turn. The head stays looking at you, but he lets go. And as this magic sort of almost like flutters over him, you see him turn to walk. And he pauses briefly. Tart? Why are you here?
Oh, it's a long story. Blue, can you make sure he doesn't interrupt me for the next few minutes?
And you see almost like a wild sort of face on Tarlin as Blue takes hold of him. Like, he looks like it's just contains emotion. It's almost like something is fully overwhelming him. And Blue holds him. He doesn't walk anywhere, but he doesn't come near you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to disarm some bombs, I guess.
There is one main one you can see behind one of the barrels.
Yeah.
You'll need a 16 to disarm this.
What's
With
the
a
check?
Sleight of hand, and you'll need to make 2 of them. One to take the metal outer casing off and not set it off, and a second to defuse it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Uh-huh. Just checking some stuff out. Uh-huh. Okay. Right on. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to use a reroll. Oh boy. Good. I'm so glad. Oh. That's better.
Yeah. So
It's more
you
like it.
delicately sort of, with your fingers, just move around. You've seen these before, if anything. This is kind of clunky compared to what maybe your house used, and you sort of just gradually take the fixture off.
And, okay, then another one.
Another sleight of hand, please. Another 16.
How's a 20?
On a 20. You look at this and you almost feel like this is the most shoddiest work you've seen. Very
Jeez,
effective.
I don't know how to make a bomb nowadays.
If someone knows how to defuse one of these, it is Tart. As you manage to defuse this set, and you see almost from the tunnel you came running out from, all the light just sort of goes down. And Tarlan, again, turns back to you. Blue is like clamped around his shoulders. He was never a big guy. And Tyron physically just wipes his hand from his brow as he watches you.
What, Tyron? You have never defused a bomb before?
You have?
Yes.
And he just literally just puts his head in his hands, and you just see the stress radiating off of him. And you hear Tarlan call out to you again. Just, Tart, they have your mother. The Traveler is here. He's given Kenneth his army, but it's not that simple. It's never that simple. If your mum doesn't accept the Dalcure, Sharn blows.
Well, it does not, is the thing to keep in mind, Tarlan.
It's one tunnel.
Oh, good. Stupid Traveler.
The Traveler, he likes chaos. He wants to bring Sharn to its knees, but he needs your mother. If he wants the Dalcure to take over, they need a figure of power.
I guess I'll show him what their real figure of power looks like. Hint, it's like this. It's like this. You get it? Are you getting it?
Tarlan laughs briefly, and for a moment you see that old Tarlan that was there as he laughs at your sort of your threats and your quirks, and then it's like his face glazes over again, and he straightens up and walks away.
He walks away.
You told him to leave.
I did. Okay, cool. Great. Tarlan, come on, everybody. Wait, Tarlan! Where are they? Jog after him along the beach. Wait, where are they?
Where are what?
The Traveler, my best friend.
And there's a smile now on his lips that's not Tarlan.
Oh no.
With your mother.
In the skywalk.
In your home.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, you have fun on your walk, and go straight to hell where you belong. Bye! Going to go back to where I was real quick. At least throw that triggering device like in the water.
Yeah, you're right on the docks. You can literally just throw it straight
Great.
in the water.
Okay, team. My crack team here of my most powerful allies. We're going to go do this skywalk. And now here are a couple things. I could go by myself really fast. What do you think of that? And you all stay here.
Blue looks at you confused. I was told to look after you.
Yes.
And Tyra's like, you're kidding, right?
No. You see, you are very soft.
I'm not that soft.
No, I know. But like, you're soft like Navi's hair. You know? And you should not get burned or... I mean that you shouldn't get burned or singed or anything
Tart?
bad.
Tart, stop.
What?
And Tyron just looks at you, he's like, there are Dalcure down here. There are Warforged down here. I think I have more of a chance of dying down here.
Okay, cool. So we will try to get up to the skywalk. I was thinking I was just going to fly up there and just like pew, pew, pew the traveler, but you know, yeah, we can walk up. I love walking. I wonder if that ice lolly stand is still around here. But yes, we will walk. I know secret Snoopy ways. I will get us there.
Good. I'm glad you agree. And he just sort of straightens up. So, after you then.
All right, come with me, everyone. Navi, go hide somewhere. Blue and Tyron are coming with me.
Navi literally just goes, you just don't have to tell me twice. And he walks away.
Yeah, he was not going to... Well, Navi, come back here.
Oh.
Wait, it doesn't matter. The doors are sealed. Go away. Shoot.
He keeps
Be safe.
Yes, you too. Like, it's
I was gonna try to get him to do stuff, but like the doors are sealed.
Yeah.
People aren't going anywhere. Okay.
And we're gonna hop back over to River, Emet, and Vesh. You stand in this tavern. All of these Warforged staring at you. You see this chaos everywhere. You can see where beer and wine has been spilt. The tables are upturned. Some of the chairs are crushed. You see there are some patrons in there, but they sit very rigidly, almost as if they're being guarded, rather than in there to enjoy a drink.
Emet kind of gestures to the trash room and goes, how much do we want to bet that Tart caused all this chaos?
Is that... You know, the merchant always told me about bad bets. I think that's a bad bet.
Do you think all this means that there's no burritos here?
I'm not sure if we want to stay and join the party.
Oh,
Yeah.
Even if there are burritos.
are they not nice?
You're literally looking at this room and they're all just watching you. And the other patrons are like,
But River's never met an unkind Warforged before,
No,
so she's
That's
like,
true.
exactly. No, I'm just telling you what you can see, because people aren't even saying anything. They stand wide-eyed, especially because you've literally dropped out of nowhere.
right.
How many Warforged are in here?
There's about 12.
Hey, guess what, Vesh? You can use your magic freely again.
Yeah,
Cracks his knuckles.
I was thinking the same thing. So you were saying there's some patrons here as well.
Yeah, they're almost sort of, each one has, or like there's 2 to 1 Warforged and sort of like that, and they just sat very, very still or stood.
Okay, sorry, Corporate J. You're stuck with me right now. So, wood floors.
Yes.
And these Warforged, do they look like they've got metallic bits on them? Like,
Oh, yes.
you know, are they like 50% metal compared to necessary 50 to 80% metal compared
They're
to
about
more wood and stuff?
Yeah, they're about 80% metal, if not more. So they sort of alter, like some of them are a little bit different, but mainly it's 80% metal.
And Emmet, because forest-wise, he's actually probably more wood and natural materials, correct?
Yeah.
But it's also that I choose. Yeah. And Ogora has an idea.
Oh.
Something new.
Oh. Well, show me what you can do, Vesh.
And River, you just see all these Warforged again just stood there, and you think they're good, I'm assuming. So.
Yeah. When we last time we were here, all the Warforged were bad except for Emmet and Blue River.
Oh. I thought. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Well, I'm glad I met you are good.
So, like the merchant used to say, hold on to your butts, and I cast Storm Sphere.
Describe it for me.
So this sphere of spinning lightning comes churning out of Vesh. His eyes start to lighten. His bowl cut sort of starts to stand up like a little Van de Graaff generator. And you actually hear not thunder, but the sound of a laughing storm giant as Vesh just sort of spins his hands, and you see this sphere of lightning energy spin out into the room. It is a 20-foot radius sphere, and every 6 seconds a lightning bolt is shooting off out of it, that each one I will hit with my being a Tempest Cleric for maximum damage, so it does 24 points of damage. I'm voting, since these Warforged are in here and are metal, and my other patrons are on wooden floors and flesh, that it's just like lightning rods shooting off lightning bolts.
You see, well, the rest of you see in particular, I think, you see this lightning erupt in this room and go from almost like a connection from Warforged to Warforged. And a lot of them, you start to see shake and smoke. And you hear a lot of yells and screams from the patrons themselves. They're not touched, but this sight is happening. And that dwarf from behind the bar pops up, like looking around suddenly at all of this chaos, and immediately just slow retracts back down again and just puts his hat, like his hands over his head, quickly taking off any metal that he's got on his own person. And you see all of these Warforged just fry and stop, almost like stone statues. Those that were not stood upright crashed to the ground.
Such a shame. What a mess, Kenneth.
I'll let you get the next ones. That was that was something something Ogora has been wanting to do for quite some time.
That is impressive.
I can't do it very often, but I got a couple more in me if we need them.
All right, so
River wants to scavenge parts.
Okay, you can, but these are hot. Like, these are really, really hot. You're gonna need like a scarf.
Oven mitts. We're in a tavern.
You probably could walk around with oven mitts and pick up all the mitts of Warforged you want.
Well, in case Waiver Emmett needs some parts, you go.
I was gonna say we got our Warforged mechanic with us now.
Yep. Yep, you can easily do this. Again, like I said, it's going to be really, really hot, so you're going to be taking bits. You can see a lot of it is fried.
Yeah, sorry.
At the same time, you can get like the basics. What would you like to do?
I did my thing, y'all.
So now we just have to find Tart's mom, which means we can find Tart and Traveler.
I'm assuming, wouldn't Tart's mom be in Tart's house?
I assume so. Or unless there's a taller tower, or... more place with more ambiance. I don't really know.
She's pretty fancy. The ball we went to was pretty fancy. It's the fanciest place I've ever been to.
But yeah. Yep, we'll go to the fanciest place we know.
I'm thinking Tart and Tart's mom. They probably had pretty drinks there.
Okay. Back to the fancy ballroom.
You can you head out, and you have to step over a lot of Warforged here. You find the odd person cowering in the corner. Otherwise, people have fled, and you can head to the door.
It's okay, we're the good guys.
Yeah, you just hear like a muffled sort of. You almost see like a thumbs up appear from behind the bar, but otherwise, there's no other movement. And as you leave this tavern and step into the streets, it's weird. The streets are dead. The last time you were in Sharn, they were busy. They were packed. Up ahead, you can see you're on one of the main stretches up towards to where you're headed. You see Warforged patrolling the streets. You can assume people are mainly being kept in buildings.
I looked at Emmett and go, after you.
I think that's
my good sir.
Emmett will boldly lead the way down the street with his two human captains.
Yeah. And you can march through this street with Vesh and River by your side, albeit just behind you. Or just in front of you, rather. And you see some of the Warforged walk past. They turn very robotically, not as smoothly as you move, Emmett. And they nod. And they keep moving. And then
That's creepy.
you see a group of them patrolling coming down the way. They stop. And they look at you. I'd like to point out you're the only one with a beard as well, Emmett. This is not, you are not the normal looking Warforged. They stop. And then they keep walking, but one remains behind. Where are you taking them?
If you follow me, you can find out.
They should be inside.
I agree. Let's get them inside. Come on, buddy. We're going to take them to that place, and I'll point to where the fancy place is.
And
Or maybe just like right below it, because I assume there's buildings below it.
oh yeah, you're almost like in a very narrow street. There's houses, there's buildings, there's shops and things that just seem to be empty everywhere.
Looks like we got
And this Warforged nods again, comes and stands behind Vesh and clamps a hand down on his shoulder, also to push and lead, to follow Emmett. Where are you leading them all, Emmett?
I'll lead them down really close to where I know the entrance is to Tart's mom's house, and then see if I can't find some like small shack to kind of dip in, knock out this one Warforged, and then keep going.
Yeah, you can find one. You can find this place. What do you do as it steps? It's following you. It may have its hand on Vesh, but it's following you.
I'll just kind of open the door, like this alleyway, I guess, door. Just be like, in there. And as he pushes Vesh forward, once the Warforged kind of steps forward to push Vesh in, that's when Emmett will just slam down on the back of his head.
Yeah, roll an attack for me, please.
And we will use the hammer.
Yeah, that hits. This Warforged, just not expecting it. Sort of this huge, you hear this clang of metal, River and Vesh, as this huge hammer makes contact with the back of this Warforged back and neck. And it falls forward, and Vesh, you just have enough time, it sort of falls past you. and it's a little bit shaky, but it stands back up and it swings for you, Emmet. But it is on its last legs. 17 hit. Sorry, was that a hit or not? Yeah, it was a hit, yeah. And it swings back. There's no weapon in its hand. It's just like a crack as it tries to flail backwards towards you. And it does strike you, but you can see it shaking. It's almost like you've hit it in a vital point and it's not functioning properly. You see its eyes almost like do a blind thing where it just flashes every single color over and over and over again.
Vesh looks over to see if River is going in for attack. If she's not, he's gonna. Oh, I'll go ahead. Go ahead, River. Vesh is looking for a chair, a table leg, a something.
There's lots of stuff like that around you. Yeah. That. River, what do you do?
Oh,
27. Yeah. Swing for me, please. Yeah, you sort of, as you swipe down again, there's that clash of metal as it's not quite dead yet, but it falls right down onto its knees and stands there looking up at Emmet. Vesh, what would you like to do?
Again, if I can just find a chair, a table. It's wrestling. He's got a chair.
Yeah, you can. There are chairs.
Yeah, we'll grab a chair and just come slinging around using my improvised weapon that we set up way back in the beginning.
Yep.
Ooh, an 11. I'm not sure if that's gonna hit.
That doesn't hit, but when it shatters as it hits the back of this warforge and splinters go everywhere. Emmet, what would you like to do? Yep. Oh, you're muted.
Emmet just kind of sees this warforge struggling so hard and just, oh, poor buddy. It just comes down on him perfectly to just...
Describe how you destroy this warforged here in this room.
So I kind of pictured it like stumbled halfway forward, like hunched over.
Yes.
Kind of like just flailing blindly behind him. And so Emmet just kind of like takes the hammer, is watching the components, sees like the point on the back of the neck, and just almost comes down with like the butt of the hammer and precise just knock it just to get it to stop.
And it's almost like it just drops like a dead weight onto the floor and it stops moving.
Welcome to the academy. Please take your seats.
These warforged are very unsettling. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, they're not right.
No, they seem hollow.
Yeah. Okay. I look up to the skywalk, which, if I recall, is like 30 stories of stairs or something crazy like that.
You can, as you leave like this building you were in, still looking as if you're being escorted, you can look up and just see these towers reaching up into the sky.
Once more into the brink, into the breach. It wouldn't be the finale.
Oh my god!
I didn't roll a -1, nat 1, on my dexterity save to climb the stairs.
Oh, it's precious. Do you know what? You described this for me.
It's got to be good. I'm going to get us into trouble. Is it okay if I get us into trouble?
That's how it should be.
I figure we're probably, because it's got to be one of those things. For it to be this bad, to be a -1, I think that we're probably about a third of the way up. We're probably 10 stories up, and it's going so well. Vesh is so pleased. It's going so well. This big curving, arching staircase to the sky, and something almost, some little, a pepper grinder, some cylindrical object has fallen from above from one of the fancy parties and finds its way under poor Vesh's foot. And because it's Vesh, I'm wearing my shield on the back, and one foot goes up, lands flat on his back on the shield, and starts almost like he did when he was on purpose back in back in the other. You're riding like a saucer sled. This time, not intentionally, and just king, doing ding, king. You just hear it, kind of like do.
You slide all the way down this.
Shh, quiet! Oh, darn! I'm trying to stop myself, probably pulling more stuff down.
And in River, you see this as he goes past Tart in the distance. There's something inside you that just makes you want to scream. But you just have Emmett and River watch him go all the way down and disappear around this corner. And you finally come to a stop, Vesh, at a clank. And as you look up, that's because a Warforged feet has stopped you.
Ugh.
It looks down. Please return to your homes. And it reaches down and it picks you up off the floor.
I'm going to say it actually takes a minute for Emmett to get down there, because when this happened, he just froze and his shoulders just slumped, and he was just waiting for the noise to stop. So be like, all right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then once the noise stops, then he starts going back down after Vesh.
When he picks me up, can I almost be like, does he offer his hand to help me get up? Or does he pick me up by the scruff?
He picks you up.
Can I touch him?
If you want. Just
Oh, because you know what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
So Vesh, as he's being picked up, and he's really despondent at first, and there's almost, with every clang, he could feel the cringe of Olgora inside, just like sort of like this giant making faces as well. I'll make it better. And he reaches back and tries to touch him to cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
See if I can do it.
Describe it.
Oh,
Nat
yeah.
20.
Again, as we said, this is lightning damage again. So I think what he probably does is puts his hand right against the Warforge's head, almost like he's grabbing to try to get himself up, because he's scrambling. He's Vesh. He's arms and legs and knees and elbows, and kind of grabs him by the head. And when he hits him, just that lightning surges through his eyes. His hair stands up on end, and he does good old. Wow, what is that? So that is 28, 35 plus another 10, 45 points of lightning damage.
This, just as you reach out to touch you, please remain calm. And as you do this explosion takes part, and you see both the eyes shatter, and you have to close your eyes as the glass comes off of these Warforged eyes, and the metal peels away from the side of its head as it shudders. You drop from its reach and land just sort of on the steps. And Emmett and River, you walk around the corner as you see this happen, as this Warforged just almost crumbles before bits of metal start to fall off, and it falls back in this smoking mess.
I want to say Emmett isn't fazed by that at all. Just holds out his hand to Vesh and be like, "Come on, Vesh, let's try this again."
Take two. Sorry, as you hear behind me clang, as the Warforged starts. Oh, darn it.
Am I ahead of them or behind them?
You're ahead.
Okay. It's like,
Sort of look back and just see this explosion erupt from. In fact, we'll hop back over to Tart because we were gonna say you were running. You're running up these steps, and you can.
Vesh was running. We just, yeah.
This time we're gonna walk behind Vesh.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that with Emmett's and River's help, I don't have to roll again.
You don't have to roll again. I think we'd be here a while if you had to for each set of stairs. But Tart, you're running. You've managed to get past most of the streets, and you're working your way up these stairs. Again, very much like the other streets, there's no life here. Mm-hmm. You see the odd wall forged here and there, and just ahead of you, you can see two marching down the steps towards the street. And Tyra's like, there!
What?
Warforged! That can't be good, can it?
No, just be chill, man.
Chill, man? Really? What? Like, and he looks at you confused, and Blue puts a hand on his shoulders, like, chill, man.
Does he chill?
He looks horrified.
Mm-hmm.
He's calm. He's no longer like squealing, but he doesn't look happy about it. But he sort of, you can hear him muttering to himself, like, just breathe, Talon, it's fine. Just as you see these two Warforged start walking down these steps towards you.
Is there any place to like get out of their way, or are we literally going to run into them?
No, there's side streets, like there's little alleyways, there's other things like that.
Okay. Tyron, I'm going to need you to be very quiet, and I think I know of a way to help you.
Help me?
Yeah, I think you're going to be really focused and quiet after I do this.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can do that.
Okay, great. And I grab him by the collar and I pull him in and I smooch him. And I drag him down an alleyway.
You feel him go rigid. Like, absolutely rigid. And if you open your eyes, his eyes are still very much open and very, very wide. And Blue looks at you as you drag him off and then just starts to follow after you both down the alleyway. And you can hear these Warforged come down the steps, but you are well hidden in almost like the shadow of this thing. And you feel him just like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He sort of puts
I don't break it until the Warforged are past.
Yeah, he puts like a hand on your arm. Like, he doesn't know what to do. It's very rigid and very, very delicate. He's just like he's trying to hold you, but he doesn't know what to do.
Fine, I know what to do.
And the Warforged clunk the steps and they go past.
Okay, good. We did it. We're so sneaky. Stealth missions always go very well for me.
You hear just like a gulp. And it's just like, is that a plan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have so many good plans, Tyron. Like, don't even worry about it. I got this.
You see him like brush his hair back a little bit, like, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, no, it worked really well, right?
It worked, yeah. Like, and he's sort of not quite looking at you, but he's just like, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you seem much chiller. Time to go. Fight the god. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're leaving.
Yep.
You leave the alley. Blue, who watched the entire thing very calmly, then turns and starts following you back out of this alleyway again. And you don't see it, but like Tyron sort of straightens himself up, like moves his hair over to the side again. It's just like, yep, and sort of follows after you. And you can approach your home.
Sweet.
There are no Warforged outside. There are no guards. There are no nothing, which again is very alien to you in this. You would normally at least recognize the guards. There is no one here. but you have the option either to go in the front entrance or
No,
the old entrance.
I'm going into that side entrance
Yep.
that I can get into my room from. You know, Tyron, I really hope that the others are okay, because I really need them for my super cool plan to work.
Another plan?
Not the same plan. That would be weird.
Yeah.
That plan was our plan. No, a different plan.
And he just nods frantically, more like he is red, like bright red in the face. But you can see he smartened himself up
Good.
on the walk. And you can go through your side door. This is only really known to you rather than most people.
We're
anyway.
being very quiet and Scooby-Dooing it.
3 heads, blue,
Mhm.
Tyron and Tart around the door. Just
I
like,
guess it's blue Tyron's heart.
yeah.
Okay, we gotta get fan art of that.
I'm like, remind me, because I'm doing drawing later. So remind me.
Yes.
They just, oh hey. Could you roll me a perception check, please?
Sure. 21.
You see a Warforged round down the corridor off to your left, but it's leaving the direction. It's heading off in the opposite direction to you. And coming round from that direction, you see James, that little guard, that tiny little one, and he's got like his arms full of what just seem to be things he's been given, like boxes, random things. And he just marches along the corridor. He doesn't see you.
Okay. I'm going to start. The others have come this way, yes? Yeah, I remember I brought them in that way.
Yeah. This was the only entrance you've taken them in.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to start sneaking our way to the my guess was either the ballroom or the like top area, like the tower itself, but I'm gonna start with the ballroom.
Okay. That's actually the direction where James is headed. And
What's he carrying?
It's like tablecloths, towels, like nothing of much worth. You've seen him do this loads of times before. He was basically your mum's main one to go to, just to do the very trivial bits and bobs, because he was very, very small. And he sort of just keeps walking, and he himself looks quite nervous, and he sort of peers into the ballroom. And you see him sort of putting himself back up against the wall again, just like, okay. Now what? And he's looking backwards and forth into this ballroom, and you can assume he's seen probably a lot of Warforged or something to that effect.
Yeah, I'm going to go up behind him and just like put my mouth over his mouth and like hold him still. So he doesn't scream.
Did you mean stay hand? I was like Tyron would have just been like,
Sorry, I meant to say hand. Wow. Really?
if Vesh was here, like,
Never hear the end of it.
you can.
You know what I mean.
I know, which also I was like, I just want to check this, or are you on like a smooching mission for the last?
Nope, just smooching Tyron. Thank you very much.
And you easily cover James's mouth
With my hand.
and you just hear the whoa like that as you make him jump out of his skin.
Hi, James.
He's like, hmm? Like, I'm assuming you haven't let him turn around.
No, James, it's Tart.
Oh no!
Ugh. I turn his face toward me. What's going on? You're not possessed. You look way too scared, so I'm going to let you talk quietly.
Okay. I don't know what happened, okay? They all got in. All the Warforged, everything. And some people. One of the ones I was in the guard with as well.
Cool.
They wanted to use me as a host or something.
Gross. Yep. Okay, do you know where my mom is?
Yeah, she's up in... He just points up with one free arm.
Cool. All right. I want you to stay here and be safe. And if you see my friends, you know, the fashionable one.
Oh, yeah,
with the orange shirt, although he's not wearing that. The tall one, and then the Warforged, and then a new person you haven't met, but just go with it. If you see them, tell them to go up.
Up? Okay. Yeah, no, I can do that. Careful, there's some others up there with her.
With
With your mum.
Yeah. No, I know. It's gonna be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving. That way they don't find me.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Oh. Bye. And he just sort of, you see him sort of tuck around into a nook as he sort of slides in place. And you can head up, you know, lots of passages, and there's so many ways to all the different places in the castle that, to be honest, only Fialans would know. And you can head up until you're stood outside the door by the place that you normally by the roof, basically.
Sweet. Is there any way I can see out onto it? Is there like a keyhole or like a window?
Yes, you can. If you want to roll me a perception check, there's almost like a crack in the door.
Sure. 17.
On a 17, you can peer through this crack in the door, and you can see your mother kneeling down. There are people surrounding her. She doesn't look happy about it. She doesn't look scared, but my gosh, does she look angry about it.
Oh god.
There are 3 blades at her throat. You recognize the Dark Six as you see them there. And another person with their back to you, this cloaked figure, the one you chased through the door.
Motherfucker. Okay.
You can come in if you want, Tart.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
And you see the door is open. You can just open it.
Cool. Yes. Great. Okay, stay here, Tyron.
And he always seems still a bit flustered. He's like, okay, but cool if you need me.
She's going to get really close to his face and whisper into his ear, when they get there, tell them I need an orb.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Hi.
And you can step.
Yep.
Are you taking Blue with you?
Yeah, Blue's coming.
Blue walks in beside you, almost very much how Emet at the beginning would guard you. And this hooded figure, still with their back to you. Welcome.
Oh, hey.
Finally arrived.
Long time no see.
And the figure turns around, and the face is obstructed by a hood, But you can hear this chatter, these whispers that are more in your head from the Dark Six. And the hood comes down, and Ophelia stands looking at you and smiles. Sisters together again. What do you think of that, Mother? And we're gonna hop back over to Vesh, River, and Emet. You are getting closer. You've been running for a long time now. Vesh has probably tripped one or two times. But you're getting there, and you can find, that one entrance that Tart has shown you, that door that you can get in through. Would you like to open it straight away, or Scooby do it?
We're so not stealthy.
Nope.
We are so not stealthy.
Emet hesitates for a moment and thinks about it, and then looks at Vesh. Looks at River and goes, "What?" But then looks back at Vesh and is like, "Okay, nope," and just opens the door.
Yep. You just open the door. And on the other side of the door, you hear a scream as you walk straight into James, this guard who's just, ah! And just like throws everything up in the air. And can you roll me a perception check, please? Any of you. All of you, if you wish. Vesh, you recognize.
Vesh screams back.
You just scream back.
Yeah!
And just, they both stand confronting each other, screaming. And River and Emet, you just hear what sort of sounds like Warforged feet turn and come back towards the door you have just entered.
From what direction?
From your left. And James is there like a shaking mess. He's like, "You! She said you'd be coming." And then he sort of like, his head darts back to down the left side of the corridor, and he's like, "Oh, shit." And he just starts, he abandons his stuff, and he's like, "This way!" And he just runs.
Okay.
Oh, the kid!
Yep, possessed people don't scream. Let's go.
Yep.
At least not out of fear.
And you can run. You can run down this hallway, and there's a small set of steps where he takes you down and then moves off to the left. Yes, Jay, you're gonna have to roll.
Well, because in my mind, this is totally the Breakfast Club, them running through the hallways, sliding in the hallways, and making these sharp corners on highly polished marble floors. And dear, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Ooh, not bad. It could have been a -1.
It could have been a -1. You do that, that when someone turns a corner quickly and it's on a straight, that you sort of run on the spot a minute before you can catch up, and you're thrown into this. It's almost like a storage room. It's just dark, and you see James ushers you all in and then just pulls the door close behind you. And is just listening for feet. He's like, okay, I think they're gone. Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Why aren't you with Tart?
We got separated. We had to deal with a giant warforged covered in blades and swords and axes and all the bad things.
Oh my god, where is it? And he just starts
in
panicking.
Your dreams, sort of nightmares, dreaming dark.
And James looks to Emet and River and is like, "Is he all right?"
I'll buy you a sarsaparilla later, and we'll tell you all about it.
Right. Okay. Well.
And he flashes James a smile.
Yeah, he's like the nervous smile back. He's like, You need to get to the roof. Tart's up there. There's that Warforged, the smaller one, not like you. The smaller one's with her, and a guy who's really red.
He's red?
Tyron.
Yeah. Him, yeah. Looks real nervous.
He does that, doesn't he? I just not realize he does turn red a lot.
Yeah.
What is he sick?
Usually when no. Well, sort of.
I think he likes Tart, like you know.
Like likes.
James is now like, can we focus? Like, she's up there on her own with someone who's calling himself the Traveller.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
I figured it was bad. I mean, there's some other weird people with him. One of them didn't have any eyes.
Oh. Lovely.
So the same place, the same rooftop when the Warforged came?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I could take you up there.
Oh, that would be good.
I mean, all they can do to me is kill me. But you know,
Well,
the rest of my guard are acting real weird.
yes.
I mean, you could point us in the right direction and then hide.
Yeah, not in this place. I can't. If you don't know it, you'll never find it.
Yeah, it's kind of fancy and kind of like a maze.
Okay. Okay. And you hear him, you see him put his like head to the door again, just to check. You do hear heavy footsteps. And Vesh, only you hear this. You hear him say, because his lips don't move. 1, 2, 3. Like he's counting the footsteps along the corridor.
Ooh, I think we lost her.
I
Oh, there
know,
she's
I'm
back.
back. It wouldn't let me come back. Yeah. He's pushed his ear up against the door. And Vesh, only you can hear this. You can hear him counting. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. And he keeps counting. His lips aren't moving. And it sounds like he's counting the steps the Warforged are taking to judge how far away they are. He's like, okay, all right. And he very slowly opens the door and peers out and gestures for you to follow.
We creep out.
Yeah, you can all creep out. And he takes you along this corridor, back round the way you came, to a door you swear wasn't there before.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like one of those stone doors you saw underneath the other household. And he just opens it with ease and guides you in. He's like, quick. And he sort of closes it behind you all. Up there, you want to keep following that spiral staircase. Up and up, and then it's not first left, it's the fourth. And then there's going to be another corridor that will take you straight up onto the roof.
Okay. I kind of look to River and take her hand, and I go, Emmett, you want to follow behind so we don't have to do it twice? Thank you.
And you see James starting to almost block this door, like he's blocking it behind all of you. He doesn't want anyone to follow. And he'll
I do my mending trick then on the door, on the hinges.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, and it seals shut. James is very sure he's done it, but you've definitely done it.
Yeah.
And he follows behind you very warily, but you can work your way up these stairs. And as you reach the first as you walk past all the different turns, you said turn them on the fourth left. As you go past the other left, you see Warforged. You see jail cells with people in them, not necessarily not shouting, not creating a sound. They're just sat there waiting for something. Warforged guarding them. And you can walk up higher and higher. And you find that left. And as you look around the corner, there is a Warforged at the end of the small corridor just pacing.
Do either of you have anything quiet?
Matt just looks at Vesh.
I know, right?
Literally the most unquiet group. River could be, though.
River? Yeah, I think we both turned and looked to River.
River? You're muted, River.
I think I can be quiet. Sometimes.
You're better than we are.
Can you, like, sneak up and, like, turn off that Warforged?
I will do my very best.
James at the back is like, I don't think they have an on and off switch, Vesh.
They kind of, it's at the back of the neck.
Really? Oh, I can't
Yeah.
see that high up.
Yeah, maybe in a few years.
River's really good with Warforged.
I don't know that I'm good at being stealthy though.
Yeah, you make the first half of the corridor and then you step on something and there's a crunch. And it doesn't turn to look at you, but it stops dead.
I'm gonna
In
like
the center of this.
try to make myself really small.
Yeah, can you roll another stealth then, please, as you try and effectively disappear again?
Oh, of course.
This Warforged head turns down the corridor and looks at you. It looks at you as you wave at it. Waves back. Please return to your home. And it starts to walk down the corridor towards you. Could all of you roll initiative, please?
She's like, yeah, can Emmett and I step out and be like, hi?
Yes, you can.
She's not alone.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Let's roll for this Warforged.
He goes first.
Yep. So, he doesn't outright attack straight away. He doesn't understand why you're there. If anything, he's now confused as Emet has emerged from around the corner and steps forward. He's like, please return to your homes. So I will then say it is Emet's turn because he wouldn't outright attack. He's in a stance, but he's not attacking.
Matt will look at the Warforged and be like, their home's that way, and points through the door they want to go through. As he pretends like he knows how to lie and bluff.
Yeah, can you roll a deception check, please?
Yeah.
He looks to you. This is the Fialan household. Who are they?
Adopted children.
Roll another deception. Oh my god! And as you say that, he starts to draw a sword off the back out of a sheath. Vesh, it is your turn.
Oh, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, I had a thought of trying to do something different, but now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe not. Vesh is going to. Is there like a torch, debris, anything I can use sort of as an improvised weapon here that in this hallway, or is it pretty bare?
It's pretty bare, other than like what looks like maybe shattered china on the floor, which is what River stood on.
Okay. Well, in that case, because I think that we're going to need to do other stuff, I just pull out the short sword that River gave me and go, I'm used to like things I break, but this should work. For 23.
Yes. Roll for damage.
For 9 piercing damage.
Yeah. You sort of, are you just hacking at it, or are you...
I think I sort of do a lunge.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I'm trying to like look fancy because I'm used to like literally like using like, you know, the leg of a table or a club and just like swinging wildly. And so probably since it's River's sword, I'm trying to like treat it with like respect and like seeing her like, you know, jab at people. And so I think I think this works like this, right?
Yeah, and you almost by chance, and as you lunge forward, there's like between a plate, you sort of start to slice through, and you hit this Warforged, and he just sort of, and he sort of almost drops to one side slightly. River.
Oh, it does work nice.
River, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Are we pulling our swords out now? All right. Okay. I'm gonna do what Vesh did. Hopefully.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh yay.
Yep, 6. After seeing you attack this, where you hit it in the side, you've made it drop its sword, but it lashes out and swings for Vesh, who it sees has started it.
I'm gonna hit him in the arm.
There's a 15 hit there.
That misses.
It misses. Yeah, it flails wildly as where you've struck it. It's almost like its coordination has gone off a bit, and you can sort of just lean back slightly, and you see that metal arm come just skimming past you.
Oh!
Emmet, it is your turn.
Emmet!
His thing is just thrashing about now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You swing this huge hammer, and there is to the other side where it is sort of tried to swing for Vesh, and you hear that horrible crunch of metal as your hammer sinks into the side of it. Vesh, it is your turn.
I swing the short sword again. Okay, this is nice. This is cool.
Roll for me.
Told you it's fun.
Considering last week.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it as good that time, but I'm learning. I'll watch you.
And this again, that metal on metal, that clash of blades as the metal just sort of slices even deeper as you hit the same side again, and this Warforged just almost folds in on itself on one way. River, it is your turn.
Okay. This is fun.
Yeah, yeah. Just don't wear them all out. How do you kill this Warforged, River?
Good.
Well, I'm gonna do exactly what I meant to do the first time. I'm going to, but this time I'm just gonna, cause there's I'm gonna stab him right in the back of the neck where I was gonna turn him off.
Yeah, you can sort of, as you swing, you sort of roll yourself around the back of this Warforged, and you just straight through the back of the neck. The lights just power down instantly as it crashes to the floor. You are out of initiative.
Now we're going home.
Let's go find Tart.
And you can
Through
run.
that door.
You run up the final set of steps, and you see Tyron stood outside the door, a little bit flustered. He's like, "You're here! You're here! They went in there! They told me to stay out here. And I had to tell you that they were in there."
Good job.
Okay.
Well done. Okay.
Lauren, I've genuinely forgotten what I was
I
saying.
need the orb.
She needs the orb. Like, she's sort of
Oh,
frantic.
I've got it.
Okay, I'm coming in with you. Okay. And he starts like pulling out like his rapier and everything. He's like,
And I'm sort of juggling between my shield and my short sword, and I like the orb. And I'm like, River, you want to be in charge of the orb again?
Oh,
Or
yeah, okay.
You did good with the shield before. Do you want the shield, or I can use the shield so that I can get up and here, take the orb.
All right.
Inside the room, or on top of the roof, Tart, you see the traveler with the face of Ophelia roll their eyes as you can hear all this. The other side of
Yeah. No, I know.
your friends are here.
They do announce their presence.
You literally hear, "Hey, you take the orb." Okay.
I hate everything. So, how you been?
We're such good teammates.
So, how you been, traveler? You doing good?
I am doing wonderfully. Enjoying my new hobby to pass the time.
Oh, what's that?
And he just gestures to everything.
Oh, right. I mean, interesting hobby.
It passes the time.
Maybe you should get a life.
I want to say at that point, that's when everything settles down on the other side of the door, and then Amet just smashes the door open.
Yeah, this, like, Tart, behind you, this door basically shatters in splinters, and you see Tyron stood there, still slightly red in the face. Emet has just sort of burst through this door. See River holding this orb, and Vesh, you're ready with your short sword. And to all of you that have just burst through the door, you see Ophelia's head sort of dip from behind Tart. Welcome. You're finally here.
Thanks for waiting.
You're not
Whitney
supposed to
comebacks.
be
I'm
here.
getting this. I'm on this.
Yeah, that was really good, they met. The sarcasm.
And you will see past this, and you will see Tart's mum with these 3 blades at her throat, with the Dark Six, those eyeless monks. And you just see her again, just right as she just sort of rolls her head at all of this. So this sort of epic moment to her is just like, ugh.
I love her so
Like,
much.
and she goes to just rub her face, but she feels like a blade touch her hand to knock it back, and she just gives this look into this monk that makes it step back just briefly.
He can't see it, but he can feel it.
Yeah, he feels it.
All right, so what are we doing here, Mr. Traveler, as Tart just like kind of like rests her hands behind her back in a cupping motion for no particular reason.
And as you do, Ophelia smiles. I'm here for your mother to accept the gift I have for her. But she won't take it.
Yeah, there seems to be like a running theme in the family where we don't want your dirty gifts. You're a bad gift giver. Your wrapping sucks.
And Ophelia smiles.
I don't know.
I love that that's not you. Your wrapping sucks. And the traveler leans very, very close to you,
Big smile.
and the face shifts into your mother's.
Now, see, that is genuinely unsettling. Good job.
Good. It's what I was hoping for.
At that point, Emmett will kind of elbow River as I see Tart's hands behind her back. Whether or not it's subtle, I don't know, but he's just like,
Hey. Hey.
I lean into Emmett, probably too loud. Are we doing this?
I'm not sure what we're doing, but yeah, we're doing it.
Do I need to roll sleight of hand to give it to her? The orb?
Are you passing the orb to Emmett?
Oh,
I
I
thought
thought I was giving it to Tart.
Oh, to Tart. Okay.
Her hands were behind
You're
her
gonna
back.
have to throw this.
Oh.
How far away is everyone from us? Are we like 60 feet away, 100 feet away? I mean, how big is the
You're
roof?
not that far. You're about 20 feet away.
And me and the traveler are like this.
Yeah.
I've got such a they're gonna be so angry, but I've got such a good plan.
I love plans.
I can't just run up and...
You can, but they will see it. Big time.
Come on, I'm like Gareth from Labyrinth. I can totally catch that without even looking at it.
Emmett is pretty athletic if you do not feel comfortable.
Well, I mean, if we're doing this, then we can get this dance started.
Yeah, I love dancing. It's like what I do.
Do we want to get the dance started?
Let's
start.
fucking dance, motherfucker. Sorry.
Vesh, in his mind, to Tart's mother, goes, I know you're really angry, and I know you don't really like me, but I think I've got something that will really, really, really make these people super, super mad, and it will totally be the best thing ever. You just gotta trust me for a second, and don't fight it, okay?
You see Tart's mum immediately just slightly turns her head to look at you, Vesh, and just, it's almost creepier, but she smiles.
And Vesh casts banishment on Tart's mother. So that she is in a harmless demi-plane for the next minute.
I love you. I love you.
I was really hoping someone was gonna.
I thought you were larger.
Oh my god, that'd be terrifying.
No, this is much. I love it. Thank you.
And Tart, briefly, you see your mother look not at you but past you, smile, and disappear. And the traveler hasn't seen it yet, but you see the dark six step back, start mumbling to themselves. They look panicked.
Oh, Miss Traveler.
Yes.
I think something might be wrong.
And it pauses and turns to look around, and almost like in a moment just stops. It's just like, where is she? Where is she? As she this traveler grabs each and every one of these dark six, and they just start, they're inaudible, they're not really, it's just making noise, like these fearful noises as this traveler is grabbing at all of them and throwing them aside, and then turns to look at all of you. It's just like, you. Please roll initiative.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. That was the coolest thing. Oh, amazing.
Oh, Fish.
Hey, that's fine.
Did your thing.
Yeah, my action wasn't really the first action. It was the last action of the previous round.
Oh, I love it. Let's have a look. Let's roll for the dark six. 8 as well. Kim, could you roll again for me, please? Just to see which one of you goes. Okay. Just roll for the traveler.
Yeah.
In fact, could you roll again as well, please, Vesh?
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Natural 20!
I just did travel.
I mean, it's not really a natural 20. That was just going to walk between the two of us, right?
Going last.
Yeah.
Yeah, just between
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah.
So let's have a look.
It's 3 nat 20s I've rolled this game.
No,
That is-
it's
I am. Yeah. I just want one more.
The initiative goes Tart, Emet, the Dark Six, River, Vesh, and the Traveler. So
I think-
Tart.
Met is. Oh no. Never
I
mind.
have advantage on initiative.
Oh, do
Oh.
you? Hang on.
Yep, as of this last level,
Nice.
What'd you get?
a 19.
That's what I thought. Okay, so Emet, me, Dark Six, River, Vesh, Traveler.
Yeah.
How big is this rooftop, by the way?
It's not huge. This is like the top of a tower. This isn't a huge.
I mean, so did we like come up in the center, or did we come up on one side and they were kind of in the center, or kind of
They were in the center and you came up on one side.
how far are kind of the edges?
Edges all the way around, I would say you're looking about 50.
So 50 feet from the sort of center of the tower,
Yeah.
from the center of the tower. So it's a 100-foot
100
diameter,
foot diameter, but you're looking at 50 from where you are currently standing.
50 from where I'm currently standing. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Just checking.
Emet,
Just checking.
it is your turn. Who are you attacking?
Hmm.
I took off a Tyrant. I didn't even think of Tyrant. Sorry, Tyrant. I'm blue. I'll do them together. Carry on, sorry.
Let's see, the Traveler looked back at us, but he's not next to Tart anymore, correct?
He's not next to Tart anymore. If anything, he stood amongst the Dark Six.
Moved away from me like a chump. Ooh, ooh. No, you're first.
Alright, I guess Emet will do what he does and just be very direct. Yeah, Ash is cringing so much. Just go straight for the Traveler.
What is the armor class of a god?
This is the thing, he's in a body.
He's
That's
in a
right.
body. That's true.
Right.
In a body.
Wow.
He's an avatar right now. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
There we go.
Yeah, you sort of run towards and swing. And this Traveler, it's almost like he just, with his hand, he doesn't even touch you, he just pushes you away.
This is gonna be annoying.
Tart.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
your turn.
Yeah. Who has the orb? River?
River.
River has the orb.
And it's out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lauren has a theory. And she's going to test it out because I think it's like a really good theory. I'm going to just do it and not second guess myself. Yay! So Tart's gonna back up toward River,
Mm-hmm.
take the orb out. So I know that the Warforged in the city are possessed. I know there are people here who are possessed. I know when I take cantrip into this thing, it blasted back a shit ton of shadows. So my theory is that I could, as Vesh is taking my mother off the table, I could possibly take the bombs off the table by activating the orb. So my theory is I can channel through this to kind of blast out the shadows that are in the city. That's my theory.
I would say possibly.
Yeah.
Bombs are mechanical.
Right. I couldn't like deactivate. I mean the
Yeah.
people who would trigger them, I assume
see what
were
you mean.
possessed.
Yes, you would. Yeah.
So what I would like to do is channel my highest spell slot into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I grab it and I like look at the Traveler and I just go, I think we should even the playing field a bit more, and into the orb.
as this sort of goes into the orb, there is almost like a as this, it's almost like when there's a heat wave, like you can see, it's like you see a sound wave, and there's this screech of 1,000 screams erupting from this orb as you see them all sort of reach up to the, like, Tart. As you're holding this orb, you see the faces come and press up against this black sort of sphere, and you hear chaos erupt below, screaming and shouting as the only indication you have is you see the Dark Six drop their blades and look confused.
How you like that, Mr. Traveler? And I will. Bonus action, inspire. Who's next? River.
River is next.
Yeah. Because I'm right by her, so I slap my hand on her shoulder. Very cocky.
River, it is your go. You are inspired.
Oh, I thought the wait. Did I just miss something? Did my brain shut off? I thought the Dark Six went for me, or did she just take them all out?
Just
They're still awake, but they are very confused.
Okay.
At the moment.
And now it's just the Traveler.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. So I am going to attack him with my short sword.
Swing.
I don't get any sleep, so my brain kind of shuts off sometimes.
That is fair enough. That, I'm afraid, does not hit. Again, very much like...
Oh, but I'm inspired, right? So does
Yes.
Oh,
You
yes,
have
of
a
course. Yes, it does hit.
You have a D8 of inspiration.
Yeah.
So you can roll that and add it to the 12.
Okay.
come on. Ooh, 19.
That hit.
Okay.
Roll
there's-
damage for me, please. Yeah. Yeah, as you do, you run forward. You've just seen Amet almost pushed to the side, and you've taken that opportunity as he's turned you all away and got distracted by the fact the Dark Six, he's just heard the clatter of all of their swords drop to the floor. You slash outwards as you strike right across their thigh, and you see red blood of a very human body start to pool. And as he doesn't cry out, he just winces and starts to walk towards you. The Dark Six are currently very confused. They're not doing anything. They're just sort of, it's like they're almost having an argument with themselves. But it is now, let's have a look. It is Vesh's turn.
So Vesh is going to look to River and go, okay, that worked really well, but I think I'm going to use mine, or actually Ulgora's. He puts away that and he casts Shadow Blade at 3rd level. But it's only 13. So he basically draws it out, and you see that as it comes into it, instead of being as the Dalkior's was in the Dreaming Dark, this is like a blue electric sword of lightning, still mechanically the same, but just reskinning it. So it's cool. So he now has like this blade of electricity and lightning in his hand. Okay, let's get it on.
Picking up so much from Tart. It does not hit, but it's almost like it comes it sort of manifests itself into your hands, and it is now the Traveler's.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
First of all, I need you all to make a wisdom save.
Fuck.
13.
Nice.
Yes.
Where
Oh, come on, Vesh, my boy. Come on. Yes.
you all feel this clouding in your heads, but you manage to shake it off. It almost felt like a splitting headache for a second. And he's reaching out towards all of you and looking very confused that nothing is happening. And then in frustration, pulls the blade from his belt and swings at River.
Come on, fuck us up.
River doesn't.
Vesh would have closed probably, but I didn't say it. So while he was drawing, he probably didn't. We can say he didn't get there in time.
Yeah, it just hit.
I will cutting words, the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Bards.
I haven't
Oh,
used
can
it.
I?
Oh, you just take 4 damage on that.
Oh, I'm going to cutting
Cutting
words
words.
to attack. So what I would do as my reaction. So what I would do is I would roll a d8, but if a 16 just hits her, then I succeed, then it doesn't hit her.
14. Yep.
Yeah. God, just the shoddiest craftsmanship. Like, do you even know how to tie a bow?
Just get really sassy. And it is now back up to the top. It is Emet's turn.
Okay. Jeez, when it counts, now he can't hit anything.
Again, you get up almost dazed by this foggy sort of mind, which is extra bizarre to you. You just don't tend to have this sort of sensation. As you swing again, nothing. You can
Oh, I do want to say that I will start raging.
of course.
Don't you have 2 attacks as well? You're a barbarian.
Yeah.
Extra attack at 5th level.
At
Yeah.
5th level.
Apparently I missed that part. I thought it was just...
If you're barbarian, then yeah, you've got another attack.
Well then.
Oh.
It doesn't hit.
Ooh, okay.
But you're raging.
Yes, yes, but I'm raging.
Yes.
Reroll that.
Are you
Ice
gonna reroll
Flash
it?
Ores.
Were you gonna re-roll it? Sorry.
Oh no, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. And now it is Tart's turn.
Yeah. Tart's feeling pretty cocky. Going to draw shebang out.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on, hit, for the love of God. hit.
Line it up. This is gonna be ridiculous. Come on. 24.
Finally hit. Roll damage
Oh,
for me.
that's 8 plus sneak attack because he's engaged
Mhm.
for a total of 10.
Awesome. Yeah, you see it as he's walking forwards, you fire this pistol off and you see it strike him, just sort of like where the collarbone is, and he takes it and just doesn't even move his face and keeps walking forward.
Where's he going?
He's headed towards Vesh and River.
Ah.
And Tyron and Blue.
Okay.
The
Then-
Dark Six are currently out of this fight, just so you're
Yeah.
aware. Until
Cool. I think that is all I can do for now. To hold on to my last inspiration / cutting cards. Huh. 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 Okay. Why not? I would like to use something I've never used before. It's a dragon marked ability
Ooh.
to hide as a bonus action. And I can do it if I have no cover or if I'm under observation. And I can add a d4 to that because of my gift of the shadows.
yes, go for it.
So, okay. Hold on, let me just add this. Bye, bitch.
It's almost like you reach out and wrap thin air around you and disappear.
Yeah.
Great.
It is River's turn.
This time I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. I was
Mhm.
thinking about that, and then I'm going to again attack with my short sword.
Go for it. That is a miss, I'm afraid. Again, you swing out, and it just doesn't. He's walking towards you, but as you swing, he weaves in between your as you swing your blade. Vesh, it is your turn.
So Vesh is going to swing with his this lightning blade of his to try to. He closes so he gets right up there, so he's in melee range. I'm assuming sort of a shadow, sort of shoulder to shoulder with Amet and River, trying to sort of him in and swing my shadow blade. An 11 is going to miss. But what I'm going to do, he is going to spend a sorcery point for Quicken Spell, and as a bonus action, is going to reach out and try to touch him with inflict wounds.
Okay.
Oh, that's my go-to.
Yep.
I was just doing it at first level, but for 11 lightning damage, as he reaches out, he like misses with a lightning sword, but then comes around with his shield and basically just reaches out and touches him, and the lightning flows into him.
As this lightning strikes him, anyone who is looking, the face switches over and over again to Ophelia, to Talon, to Tart, to Tart's mother, to Emet, to Vesh, to River, to all these other faces. You have no idea who they are, but it's like a reel of photos running very, very quickly as he screams out in pain. And it is the Traveler's turn as it reaches out for Vesh. And Vesh and River, as you're in front, I need you to make a wisdom save for me of 13.
Emet is also up on him.
Are you up on him? Okay, can you roll it as well, please?
Yeah.
Whew. Oof.
On that,
I'll re-roll that one.
I was gonna say the same
you
thing.
can re-roll if you wish.
Oof.
We'll see.
Oof.
Meant to be. You both glaze over completely. Vesh, if you look at them, their eyes have gone white. Even Emet's. And River and Emet, you
That's
don't
not
see
good.
Vesh, you see the Traveler. And in the place of the Traveler, you see Vesh.
Oh, sneaky.
Oh no.
Okay.
Emet, it is your turn.
Okay.
Swing that hammer.
Yep.
16 misses.
Ah.
He brings up the
Never-
shield.
Finally.
Yeah, you feel that ripple off of the shield as you hit, as you strike out at Vesh. Tart, it is your turn.
You have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I keep
you
forgetting,
also
I'm sorry,
have-
because you haven't
Yep,
done
I
it
do
yet.
too.
Never mind,
Hey!
same again. Sort of swing.
Yeah, man. Come on.
You can't hear, you always hear like you're underwater, you know, that muffled voice. You don't hear Vesh yelling at all. Now it's Tart's go.
Huh. Okay. Ah, man, super want to just shoot them again. I'm going to. I can see what's happened. And see Emet.
All you can see is Emet attacking Vesh. You don't see the switch.
Right. Matt, what are you doing? And kind of. That's Vesh, silly. She's just going to clap and cast a spell magic on Emmet. Stop it.
Have you revealed yourself again?
Yep.
Yeah, could you make me a wisdom save, please?
Okay. 18.
You're fine.
Nah. But is Emmet good now?
Emmet, it's not fully back to normal. It's like a glitch. You see Vesh, you see the Traveler. You see Vesh, you see the Traveler. It's in and out.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, not Dispel Magic, Counter Charm. Sorry, that's an ability, not a spell. Not a spell, it's an ability. So, you can start the performance. So I'm laughing, I guess.
So you actually...
Up on the roof, everyone's like, Tyra's there, Tart, what are you doing? Stop! Yeah.
So basically, any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Okay. They will be making another save soon. So
cool.
Advantage on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Tart?
Hey, Mr. Traveler! Mr. Traveler!
He's ignoring you.
Oh, I guess you're a chicken, huh? You're a big chicken who can't wrap gifts, and you're also in a really stupid body, and your robe is so last season.
Question, Vesh, where you banished Tart's mum? That runs out, doesn't it?
I've been keeping track. It's 1 minute.
Okay.
So it's 10 rounds.
Awesome.
10 rounds, or if I take damage and don't keep my concentration.
Yeah.
Okay. River, it is your turn.
Going to do the same thing.
Reach out and attack Vesh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
21 hits.
And I'm
That's
assuming that
terrible.
concentration's
Wait, what's your armor class, Vesh?
20.
I will cutting words it. It's a new round. That's my last inspo. I will cutting words it.
Yeah, I have to make a Constitution saving throw for half DC.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit you. It doesn't hit you. I rolled a 7.
Sweet.
River, what the heck are you doing? Why is everyone trying to hit this stupid hit the Traveler? Look at
And
him.
again, River, you just hear that, you know, like that's like Snoopy like sound. Don't hear anything fully there. Vesh, it is your turn. Your friends are attacking you.
Come on, guys! But I still do see the Traveler there in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is you, isn't it?
He smiles, and as he smiles, he turns into your mother.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, I'm rolling my Shadow Blade. Lightning Blade. 16? Doesn't hit. How many rerolls do I have? I'm gonna try the same combo again. I'm gonna spend a sorcery point, and let me just look real, because he turned into my mom. So I'm gonna put a little juice behind this. What do I want to use? I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level if I hit.
Yep.
20?
Oh, yes.
Don't! No. No! And at 3rd level, oh, buddy, because, I went up a level. So I have 2 Channel Divinities, Destructive Wrath. That would do, I claim, let's roll this to see what it would normally be. But so that's 3d10 there, plus another 2d10 there. So that would be 50 points of lightning damage that I do as he turned into my mom. No!
Describe this for me as this.
I think I used the shield again, with the whole that this shield was given to me. And he doesn't, I try to swing around with the blade and I'm just not connecting with it. I mean, Vesh is not a swordsman. He's always used spells before. And he then just sort of leans into it and probably would like all but Dex fail this of just let his weight fall into him. And as the shield connects, you see his eyes light up and his hair go out and he just channels into it. It's like, y'all tried it once. You tried it again. Just stop. And you hear that same sort of thunderous retort. Almost, it sounds like the voice of Golgora, the storm giant, as I channel that into him.
And the rest of you, even though some of it's muffled, you hear a yell and you feel this air almost like as this wave erupts around you, and the traveler is forced backwards, almost like folds in half as he skids all the way back across the other side of the roof. It is the traveler's turn. I do need you all to make another wisdom save.
But we all have advantage, yeah?
Advantage, isn't it?
I've never used counter charm. Yes, you have. We all have advantage on this.
Yes.
This is until the end of my turn, so yes, we all have advantage.
Natural 20s, two natural 20s.
14.
It was a 13, right?
Yes, 13.
Oh!
13, you make it, and in Met, you shake it off, and you see that and River, you both shake it off as you see you've been attacking Vesh, not Traveler at all.
Oh no, Vesh, I'm so sorry. What happened? I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just that guy, he's playing tricks. He tried to be my mom.
That's not nice.
Right?
You see him slowly heaving himself up as he stands again. He looks pretty bad, but Tart, it is your turn.
Sweet.
Oh no, sorry. It's Emet's turn. I'm sorry.
Yes. Also very good.
Okay.
That hits.
So we met hits.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
17?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And you met hits again.
Oh yeah.
So he's trying to get him up, and the match just like, no. Hits him once. I assume he actually waits and lets him almost try and get up again and just does it again.
Yeah.
No.
Keep him down as you sort of strike him again and again, and you can hear as you hit him with this warhammer the crunch of bones. As much as this is the Traveler, he is in a very mortal body that crushes him down. Tart, it is your turn.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna shoot him. Come on. I'm gonna use a reroll. This is my last one. I just really want to shoot him, you know?
Oh.
Dang it.
You're firing literally as Emet is hitting, and
damn.
drops down at the tide, just as the bullet goes over his head.
Damn it.
River.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
How far away did he go?
He sort of skidded almost just quite far back, but you could probably still reach him from here.
Okay. Well, then I will continue to use my short sword.
Yeah, that short sword is something special.
Tell you what.
Yeah, it's not rolled below a 20 yet.
And then I also get 8 piercing.
Thanks, Levi.
Yep. You can swing past as Emet is there and just slash down at this Traveler. Vesh, it is your turn.
Nah, I don't think we want to do that. I'm going to swing my Shadow Blade again. Let's go. Let's eventually he's gonna hit with this lightning blade. I switched to this because I thought it was cooler. I should have just stayed with the short sword. Natural 20.
Yes. Go. Roll it for me.
And because it's a psychic damage, so I think that it's kind of like he's just raging in his mind, still furious at him. So runs up to him, and it's kind of like now, kind of like before he does like this, Emmett, and it's just elbows and knees, the ugliest, horrible, gawkiest charge. I mean, literally looking like a marionette in a tornado. Arms, legs, whatever, shields up in the air, and probably completely couldn't anticipate the attack as it was coming in. For 24 points of psychic damage. As
Emmet's head just kind of tilts. It's like, kind of. You got the best part down. We'll work on the rest.
hit him in the head, right?
It is the traveler's turn. As you are all wailing on him, I need you all to make another wisdom save for me.
This one not an advantage, correct?
Not an advantage.
Oh no.
I'll use that reroll, my last one.
I got one from Levi. I think I should use it.
Oh no.
Nope. Apparently I'm just destined to fail these.
There I go. Hey.
So-
What is casting?
13.
Phew.
So in Met, you're wailing on this traveler. And for a moment, it's like you black out again and you raise up this hammer, and all you see on the floor beneath you, at your feet, very like in Vesh's dream, is blue, broken, where you have completely smashed him to smithereens. And the traveler appears in Blue's place, who is currently stood on the other side of the tower. It is Met's turn.
Oh, is it back to me? That's right.
Met's turn.
Let's see. At that, I think Emet may drop out of his rage at seeing that, drop his hammer, and just kind of stop. Like he just freezes and stops moving. Like any sort of like normal twitches and ticks that he was starting to pick up that made him look more, I guess, human, more animated, ceases, and he almost starts to look like the Warforged from downstairs, where it's almost more mechanical in any sort of movement that he does right now, but he's frozen.
The rest of you see this. Emet stops, steps back, drops everything. And you hear the traveler. The rest of you hear the traveler saying, "Why? Why would you do this to me?" But Emet, you hear it. Why? Why would you do this to me? So the rest of you see Blue, wondering why Emet has frozen, and starts walking over to you all. Emet, you only see the traveler heading towards the rest of your friends. Would you like to do anything, Emet?
Go do it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of how long or how tunnel visioned he'd be on the broken blue body, but you said that I thought that Blue said why I would do that, the one at my feet, right?
Yeah.
see. Alright, percentile. Oh, Emet drops. Emet drops to his knees and like starts to pick up the broken blue body. And in his mind, like he's trying to piece him back together. He like sees like an arm falling off and he's like trying to like push it back in, and he's like trying to repair what he thinks is a broken blue. That's all he can focus and think on right now. That's all he sees.
And it is Tart's turn.
Where is the traveler in relation to everyone else?
He is lying at Emet's feet.
The traveler?
The actual traveler is lying at Emet's feet. And
I mean, has he picked him up?
Trying to pick him up in a very caring way.
That's really weird. Everything about this is strange.
You see Blue walking over towards you, just sort of clunking over, because it's almost like there's been a pause as Emet has stopped fighting.
Yeah.
And Blue wanders over and puts a hand on Emet's shoulder. Are you okay? And you don't see Emet's hand. You don't see Blue's hand on your shoulder, Emet.
Can I?
Is it still my turn or is the round moved?
You haven't technically done a full action yet.
Okay. Alright, in that case, that would break the tunnel vision.
Would we realize what is going on at this point, watching Emet like tenderly pick up the traveler?
I think, if anything, you'd be more confused. Maybe Vesh would, because Vesh saw the difference side of things.
Yeah, I mean, are his eyes white again?
Emet throws a punch at Blue, thinking it's the traveler.
Yeah, and I don't have any. Now I probably don't have any reactions.
Roll me damage, please.
Alright. What do you want me to roll for that?
What's it call it?
Yeah, for you it's strength. It's strength in your proficiency, so it's strength plus proficiency.
No. What's the damage thing for an unarmed? I've forgotten it off the top of my head.
Is for barbarian.
Yeah,
for Warforged, because don't you have steel claw? You have like steel claws or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a D4 plus your strength.
Yeah, so you've rolled a 24.
Which hits.
Alright.
So.
Okay, that's enough.
You rolled a 2. So 2 plus your strength modifier.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
6.
As you do this, you completely catch, or the rest of you see, Blue get really caught off guard as Emet swings round and punches Blue almost straight in the face as he sort of staggers and falls back, and Tyron half catches him, and you can see a dent in the jaw. And you see this, and Tart, who I think you're pretty... Oh no, it's Vesh who's very, very close, as well as River. You see him really cradling the Traveler, but it is Tart's turn, and all you've seen from where you are is Emet turn around and punch Blue hard.
The Traveler's playing with their minds again. Can I yell that out? Since I'm up close.
Oh yeah, you can yell it. I will also say, for those of you who can actually see the Traveler, He looks really beat up. This is like a last attempt.
Bitch.
This is his last thing.
I'm going to, I guess, just try and shoot him. I think Emmet will hopefully break out of it. But we need him to go away. Yeah. On the nosy.
Dead on.
So that's a total of 12, because that's, I think, my sneak attack.
Describe how you killed the traveler.
Nice.
Son of
With bang! Can I?
With my last bullet in that gun.
Had his name on it.
Mhm.
Yup. Okay. I see Emmet hurting Blue and the traveler, like, trying to right himself. I haven't been in the middle of the fray, but I am just sick and tired of all of this bullshit. And I just line it up and I go, "Hey, Mr. Traveler! Hey, Mr. Traveler!"
He's like, he's half at you. Can see his eyes as well are glazed over. That's what Vesh and River can see. So he's not, and he's murmuring to himself. It's like he can't hear you.
I have a gift for you.
You fire this bullet, and it strikes almost with a thud. Emmet, you see Tart fire at Blue. Blue, in your mind, eyes just shut down. And there's like a glitch for a moment. As you hold in your arms the traveler, as their face is no longer human. It warps from all these different faces until it becomes this more of a husk of a human, this stretched skin, this jaw that extends all the way down where it, as it screams this last breath. And the traveler lays dead.
Actually, I think River's next, right?
Yes, River is next.
So I'll scream out, and also because Vesh knows he can't catch. Throw the orb! There were souls inside of it. They can capture them.
Who am I throwing it to?
No. Tart has it for you to catch. River, catch the orb!
Okay.
What?
I'm wanting for Tart to throw the orb to River so that River can make contact with the body to hopefully capture the traveler before his shadow runs off and goes and gets in somebody.
Okay.
I need you both to make a sleight of hand check.
Cool.
This is why I didn't want to do it. Do you have any rerolls?
Oh, I have a reroll.
No.
Okay.
Can I give her one of mine since it was my idea? If we need to.
That is good enough though, and I need Tart to catch it now. Yep.
Yep, other way around.
Other way around. That's what I meant. And you do see almost this black shadow, very faint, sit upright from this body.
Have him! Touch him! Put the orb in him!
Touch
Pull
him!
it out! Do you have any spell slots left?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah.
So yeah.
You can cast, it doesn't matter what you cast, but you activate it.
Okay.
And
Then I'm gonna touch him with it.
I love how many people have said touch him in the last hour. And you don't see anything, but you hear a scream. So much so, those of you with non-metal ears have to clamp your hands over your ears, and there's that gush of air again, that wind. And everything falls silent. And there is a crack in the orb.
Did you think it's a good crack or a bad crack? I wasn't screaming. I think he was screaming. They were screaming.
Is it doing anything? Is it like vibrating or humming still? Or...
If anything, it goes completely pitch black.
What do I do now, Vesh?
Vesh reaches out, and I'll touch the orb because I touch the orb, and you see Tart's mom reappear, and I use my 5th level spell to banish the orb or whatever it's in, thinking it's from another plane, so as it stays there, sending him back to where he belongs.
And you click your fingers, and in those fingers there's a spark, and the orb disappears. And Tart, your mother has stood there again, just like...
Oh, hey, Mom, how is the demi-plane?
boring.
Yeah, here too, it was pretty dull.
She looks around, and you can see the 3 from the Dark 6 still huddled there. And she walks over to them. They can't see her. But she just leans forward, like right into the center of them. Scuttle. And they run. And she walks over, and to where the traveler was is just this body. It's almost like I said, a hollowed out. It's a hollowed out husk of what was once a person. And she walks over and looks down. A bit of a grimace. I suppose I should say well done.
Yeah, you should, Mom.
Well done.
Thanks, Vesh, Mom. And I go over and hug her.
Like, you literally see her like rear back and just like, Tart, get it off me.
I can't. Oh, I'm trying, Mom. He's just so strong, you know?
And she gives you a look.
Thanks for believing in me. Thanks for trusting me. Thanks for doing what the whole plan came together.
I'm going to hug her from the other side
And she's
now.
just like, huh, like she's really like uncomfortable. She sort of does like her hand where you've hugged her. She sort of pats Vesh on the head, like, thank you.
In that river, get in here.
Oh, this is
Oh,
awful.
I love hugs.
Oh God, who are you? Like, and she sort of looks over at River, who joins in this hug, and Tyron, you see, smiles and is sort of helping Blue up to his feet.
Oh yeah.
Does Amet remember any of the stuff that happened?
Can Amet see?
Remember?
Amet can see
seeing
now
Blue?
that this thing is gone.
Yeah. And considering that the first time it was Vesh, the travelers switched because it was Blue.
But so Amet remembers seeing Blue.
You
Oh, but we don't know that he saw that. So.
Yeah. So Matt stands up from the weird dead traveler body thing and just turns around because he really hopes that what he thinks happened did not happen. It didn't happen. That wasn't... It was Tyron or something. That doesn't matter if he punches Tyron.
Everyone punches Tyron.
And he turns around and sees Tyron helping Blue up. And Amet just freezes again. And he doesn't know what to do. So he just stands there and, like, looks down at his own feet. And ignores the hammer on the ground. Fiddles with his feet. Really, he's just so confused, and you can see him twitching and moving normally now. Like, he just looks so... not quite angsty, but distraught. The most emotion you've ever seen him show. And then he just kind of walks up to Blue and falls to his knees and doesn't look at Blue, just goes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can see, like, where he's sort of, like, putting his finger in his mouth to pop out his chin again, like he's just popping it back out. And he looks at you confused whilst all this hugging is going on. And he looks at you as well. Why won't you look at me? Did I do something wrong?
No, Blue, I was wrong. I was the one who was wrong. You were just trying to help. I'm so sorry.
He pauses, just not understanding. He sort of takes, like, your head because you're not looking at him and lifts it up so that you do look at him. He's like, that's okay. And his eyes sort of flicker to blue.
Emet just stares at him for a little while. It's like, it's not, but okay.
I would rather you didn't do it again, though. Please.
I think that's more than possible. I won't do that again.
And he sort of holds out his hands and he's like, help me up?
Yes. And then Blue will stand up with Emet.
And he'll keep holding on to one of those hands as this awkward hug ensues on this rooftop with your mother squirming.
Mom.
Yes?
I need you to meet my boyfriend Tyron of House. Oh.
Like, you literally see her face drop. Like, what?
What?
Tyron sort of start to stride forwards and then, ew, like seeing your actual
No,
mum.
Tyron, what's your house's name? I forgot.
Lyandra.
Go say hi. You get to know each other. And Tart's gonna hop up on the ledge and, like, take out her spyglass and look down into the city.
Yeah, you see Tyron stand very straight, his, like, as he's trying to give a good impression, but you can see how terrified he is as your mother walks towards him.
Ooh, wait, before I leave his side, I cast heroism on him. Pat him on the back. And then go.
Good luck! Here you go. You look down into Sharn. People are coming out of their houses. Some Warforged have collapsed on the spot, but they seem to be getting back up. And resuming whatever it was they were doing before all of this happened. In fact, you see the huge city gates open, and you see hundreds of Warforged start to file out as they head back in the direction of Cyre. There is no mist.
Hey, y'all, guess what?
Good news. Good. He kind of looks because he doesn't have the glass, so hopeful.
What?
We did it.
Yay! What did we do?
Oh, you know, like saved Corvair, and the mist is gone, and the Warforged aren't possessed, and the city's not going to blow up, and I have that boyfriend. It's all good.
Yay.
Mrs. Tart, looking to
You see her turn back as her and Tyron are having a conversation, like both hands behind their backs.
Did the cook survive?
Indeed. Have you seen that woman? Would you like to fight her?
You know, it's amazing. I've met the toughest cooks on my journeys. Do you think it's like part of the job?
You don't mess with a head chef. In a Fialan household, everyone I hire has other abilities.
Yeah. So, Tyron, like, went toe to toe with your daughter. He's braver than me. He's braver than most people I've met.
Oh yeah, Tyron kidnapped me when we first met, and then I kidnapped him back.
And your mother smiles and looks down at Tyron and is like, did you? Like, and just sort of smile. He gulps as much as he's standing tall. He's like, I think Tart's better at it. And
Oh yeah, I kind of let him do it because I thought it was cute.
I let him kidnap me. And we come away from the scene as you stand on the highest point in Sharn and look out to what you have achieved, and you can already hear soon music enter the streets in celebration. You hear Tyron confidently talking to your mother as they walk away. No, I prefer Tartway's better to that, as they sort of have a conversation. Where would you all go after this?
Ooh, I know. Vesh has an idea, but I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
What's your idea?
So, imagine, if you will.
I need a sarsaparilla for this one.
Probably.
Are you all
But
sat
what
in a
I'm
tavern?
thinking-
You're all sat in a tavern with colourful drinks as Vesh approaches you with this idea.
So, what I'm thinking, I think we could like start a whole like enterprise here between House Fjarland and House Lyandra.
Sure.
You know, they're all about like the airships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And transportation. So I was thinking, you know, Tyron's little airship is, I like it because it's kind of rustic, but
Like Tyron's over the at the bar, like what?
It's great, honey. It's great,
Play
honey. We
along.
all love it.
play along. So imagine, if you will, a luxury airship.
Okay.
And that we do, and we take people around and we take them on tours of Cyre. Because no one's been there in a long time.
Yeah.
And we like take them up, and we can have set up a bar, and we can have fancy drinks, and we can have a really good chef, and we can like go out and we put like lounge chairs up on the decks, and you know, we go adventuring, but like in style. And I got lots of lightning to power it up.
I like it.
What should we call this?
I think since you're the fancy one, it probably should have something to do with you. But
Okay.
maybe, like, I don't know, like the Sassy Storm?
You met guffaws.
Blue turns to Emmet. I don't get it. And Tyron comes back over with more drinks, places them down on the table. Sort of, it's been quite a few days. Sits down, plants a quick kiss on Tart's cheek and puts an arm around her. Goes, so what's wrong with my ship? And
Apparently it's not big enough.
No, your ship is plenty big enough, sweetie.
like, and do you know what? That's where we will leave Eberron.
On a dick joke.
Oh.
What a way to end the series.
Thank you so much, everyone. It had to finish on a joke like that, I feel.
That pretty much sums up our adventures in Eberron.
So, we, before we have to run off, we'll go around really quickly, as it is the last episode. What is your favorite part? It can be of the whole season or of this episode, and tell us where we can find you. So first of all, let's start with our amazing Uncle Grandad Warforged. That is Emmet. Ash.
I'm Ash, Phoenix of 89, pretty much everywhere. Favorite part? When I try and take in the grasp of the whole season, or even the whole, I don't know, series? I don't know. It may still be Vesh trying to explain missionary. I think that might have been my overall favorite.
That's how you stay warm at night.
Yeah, and I feel like that whole interaction kind of summed up our party's interaction with each other. Like each different personality in it, so I love just that scene and how that played out and how that handled, because it was amazing and perfect. And yeah, so after this, I will be on the Owl of Lycia on Sundays, every other Sunday, over on Little Red Dot's channel.
Awesome stuff. And then we're going to hop over to the very lovely Kim, who dived into this halfway through. Well done. This chaos.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been so much fun. Let's see. My favorite part, I'm going to be sappy, but my favorite part was the beginning, obviously, like meeting Vesh and eating burritos and then going on this wild adventure and like falling in love with all these people, my new family. So that is my favorite part.
Awesome.
Let's see. You can find me over on Friday. Yeah, Friday at the RPG Labs, where I play Yanti Bard Rogue.
Awesome. Nice. Love a rogue. So after that, we're going to hop over to our very lovely tool school who played our extremely accident-prone Vesh.
Oh golly. So I think a couple things. I think I really like the sort of the stealthy twosome of Emmet and Vesh, of just being, we're not quiet. We'll never be quiet. So just go with it, embrace it. I love that, just how that relationship sort of as it grew through the whole 2 seasons. But as far as my favorite scene, I've got to say the sword bridge is still one of my favorite things, just as a role player. There were some great moments for me as well throughout the seasons. Seeing Ogora really touched me. Frederick, both receiving Frederick and giving Frederick away, I didn't realize how much that was going to get to me, but it did. And it was great. I loved it. You can find me over on my station on Saturdays at 2:00, where we are right in the middle of a very dark arc of our campaign. And we are on episode coming up this Saturday, 98, with our episode 100 just 3 weeks away, where we're going to have this whole thing wrap up and lots of craziness. So stop on by, say you found me over here on Scratticus.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, our rogue that killed the bad guy with her guns, which she could never ever hit with, ever. Hi, Lauren.
Hi. I am going to miss doing this voice every week because it's my favorite and really random and I love it. I'm going to miss y'all so much. Just I really love this group, that like weird Wizard of Oz / Isle of Misfit Toys vibe that we had going. I loved my mom. I loved that flashback episode we did. I love that Tart got some closure with Ophelia's death, and I loved getting to kill the Traveler because it was really, really satisfying. Yeah, it was awesome. I loved spending time in Eberron and with all of y'all. You can find me on the internet, on Twitter at ThatSaltyGinger. I'm part of the team at Tales from the Grim. I have another finale here on Friday, the finale of our Star Trek campaign, which I'm excited for. And I also plan Off the Table. And right now, Alice and I are going over to Tales from the Grim for the penultimate episode of Wild Blue Yonder, Our Lady Blackbird campaign. Everything's fine. Fine.
Yeah. I'm going to say that I just had so many favorite bits, and mixed with all the really bad jokes mixed in. I loved playing Tart's mum. I've never played a character like that before, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Truly outstanding.
I didn't realize how much I could do a character like that. And I love how much all of you tortured Tyron. And Blue is just a sweet, sweet child that is a character I made up purely by accident. At the very beginning, I needed you all to meet. So, other than that, thank you so, so much to chat. Thank you so much to these fabulous people here. Please go follow them. And yeah, this is a week of finale. So, we'll evoke emotions and we'll see you later. Bye.